gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, everybody. How you doing on this Monday? Yes, indeed. You already know what it is. 1, 2, 3 motherfucking days until the draft. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, it's Monday. It is draft week. We're going to discuss some stuff. Did a little bit of homework research, and I'm going to throw out there some things, some ideas that I think the direction our team could go in. It lines up with everything that I've seen them bring in from the top 30 to Patrick Graham coaching the national team after a recent Senior Bowl. You know what I mean? And players that he got to coach and see fall in line with the top 30 players that we've brought in. Not that they're the same people, but I'm just looking at the positions and the measurables of those, the common of them. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I got a couple of safeties and a couple of corners that I feel like might be some you keep your eyes on during this draft that we possibly could go out and grab. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into it in just a minute. Let me line this shit up. Let me line this shit up one time, you know what I mean? Just one time on the thing. If I get on thing. Yeah. Happy Monday to everybody, man. It's good to have y'all here. I'm about to hit the chat in a minute. Hold on real quick. I got to dig this out the motherfucking shit. You feel me? This is Good Morning Raider Nation Live Podcast. Thank y'all for joining with your guy. You feel me? One time. Just one time. Hold on real quick, man. This motherfucker make me do all this shit all over again. I've been having fucking bad luck this morning. This shit been slow as molasses. All right, but I'm about to line this shit up real quick. Good morning, Raider Nation. Today is the 24th. 24th, yes, indeed, man. We are coming to the part of the party. Let me line this shit up real quick one time. Come on, bruh. Don't be bullshitting with me. How y'all feeling this Monday, man? How was y'all weekend? Did y'all watch the fight? Man, did you see that liver shot? Yeah, that liver shot, that cod liver oil, boy, man, make me want to Earl. All right, let me open this shit up real quick, and I can just leave that there once that shit opens. Motherfucking dabra. Let's go. Come on, show me what you got. Yeah, I don't know, my computer been acting an ass this morning. He been showing his ass. I'll fuck around and strip him down and throw him in the motherfucking back room. Yeah, I said that shit, bitch. All right, so that's lined up. All right, so let me boom. So when we come to it, we can get it and we can do it good. Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Yeah. All right, let me get this motherfucker up, and then what I'm gonna do is once they open, boom, pull it down. All right, we all set. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank you for pulling up and hanging out with your boy this morning. You could be doing 1,000 things. I only choose one. I get to rubbing them out, boy. Wake up in the morning on stiff. I'm rubbing one out so that motherfucker go back to sleep. So I can go back to sleep. You dig? All right, let's get to it, man. Hey, shout out to everybody that's here, man. It is good to see y'all. Let me get this motherfucking shit out the way real quick. Come on, motherfucker. I've been having bad luck all fucking morning, man. Y'all just don't know. Man, and how dry I am. Shout out to everybody out there. NorCal Raider Jesse's in the building, man. All the homegirl Holly Tanner's in the building. What is the deal? Alfredo, the boss with the sauce. Top of the morning. Willie Wayne in the building, man. What is the deal? Michael Guerrero. Tops to you. Raider Zilla's in the building. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Raider Kush, my guy, is in the building as well. Damn, we only that deep? All that shit. Oh, no, I must have told you my shit been acting up all fucking morning. Here we go again. Man, get out the motherfucking way, bitch. Raider Goon, what's the deal, man? Tops to you, my brother. Thank you for being here, NorCal. Who else we got here? Raider Kush. I got Raider Kush. I got B. Al in the building. What is the deal with it, man? Top of Monday, man. JB on the good foot, man. What's the deal, man? Pimping, man. You know what I mean? Tell that hoe to take a knot out her cock and put it in the pimp sock. You feel me? What's up with it? Yes, indeed. We got Shaw Johnson in the building. We on countdown, y'all. We are on countdown. Countdown and Boogie, boy. We about to get into the get down. I can't wait till Thursday. Man, they done fucked around and got me waiting for this shit, man. Motherfucker, I know y'all on the edge of y'all seats too, just to see what we'll ungift. You know what I mean? That's why I said wear your ugly Christmas sweaters, because you know we got some gifts to unwrap. We got some new presents, you know, we got under the tree. What's the deal? You know what I mean? Yes, sir, man. Hold on, let me make sure I got everybody here. I'm ready to dig into some info. You know what I mean? Get into some info. Let's see. Gabby in the building. What's the deal? Good morning, Gabby. Happy Monday. Yes, indeed. Let me see who else. Eugene Powell, what's the business, man? Salute to you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Holly in the building, NorCal. I got everybody. All right. So what we gonna do? We gonna talk this shit, man. I've been breaking this shit down, going. I said, well, since we're getting close to the draft, and I know defense is what we're coveting, but I want to try to find some kind of connection, connect the dots, something that, you know what I mean, gives us an inside advantage over all the other teams. And I start thinking, well, shit, you could fuck with the seniors from the recent Senior Bowl that Patrick Graham was the coach of. So what I did was go through the top 30 visits. Defensive players only. The only defensive players I looked at, I wrote down. I'm gonna show y'all. I do my shit. So I wrote down all the defensive players that was on the national team that Patrick Graham was coaching. So we got defensive backs, linebackers, and defensive linemen. Now they grouped the quarterbacks or the defensive backs all together, safeties and corners. So I went through and divided them up. And came out with because what I went and looked at their height, their weight, and speed. From what it was looking like, the guys that they were bringing in the top 30 at corner, a lot of them were over 6. Well, not a lot of them. Majority of them were over 6 foot and over 200 pounds. So you're looking at a gauge of about 6 foot plus and 200 pounds plus. If not real close to 200 pounds, because that seemed to be the common denominator of all the corners they were bringing in over this time, as well as when they went out and signed, was it Jayceon, the corner, who's 6'2", 200 and something pounds. That set the standard there. And then when they started bringing people in like Joey Porter Jr., another big corner, I was like, okay, now I'm starting to see what they're doing. Dirty Low in the building, man. What's the deal? Maha Raider, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning. Thank you for pulling up. And so I started breaking down and going through the main ones that I feel that fit what they were looking for in the secondary. They want big physical safeties and corners, because that's what I'm seeing when they was bringing these guys in. So this is what I came down with. I came down with these guys. Let's see who we're going to start with first. Hold on real quick before I start this up. All right. Hold on. All right. So first up, let me get these out of the way. Because tomorrow we'll do the defensive linemen, and then Wednesday we'll do the linebackers. Try to see if we can unlock the puzzle of exactly what we're looking for. But I got a kind of idea with the safeties and corners, just because, like I said, of the people they've been bringing in. So let's go ahead and start this thing up, man, and dig into it. All right. So first up at safety is Ronnie Hickman from Ohio State, 6'1", 207 pounds, clocked at a 4.45 40. He was one of the players that was on Patrick Graham's team at the Reese's Senior Bowl. He was on the national team, so I know Patrick Graham had a close eye, view of this young man. Probably talked to him, ran him through like different scenarios, but the height, the weight, and the speed is all there. Senior safety, that lets you know he has at least 4 years of experience in college, if not a fifth-year senior type shit. But I didn't go deep into that like that. But yes, Ronnie Hickman, Ohio State, 6'1", 207 pounds, 4.45 40. I believe this is probably somebody we need to keep our eye on in case he's somewhere in the draft and we decide to grab him. But I got a feeling this is the prototype type of safety that you're looking for. Big body, like I said, over 6 foot, 200 pounds, or the guys that they're looking for, just by what they've been bringing in. And none of these guys that we're watching, that we're looking at today, you guys, none of these guys have been brought in for the top 30. Now, what the top 30 is usually used for is for teams to fine tune their boards by, getting them back in here, because they didn't probably talk to them at the combine, had dinner with them, or whatever. But bringing them on the top 30, you get to really break down, in case it's real close between this player and another player. You get to go in depth and break it down a little further and try to see if you can put a wedge in that gap to widen it a little bit to really set your board to something that you're satisfied with. So just because they don't bring players in for the top 30 don't mean they're not interested in it, because I've seen a lot of times, a lot of players that we bring in, a lot of them don't get drafted by us. You know what I mean? What is the deal, Tony Shefford? What's up, man? Top of the morning, man. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So, yes. So, Ronnie Hickman is one that you should nice measurables. And like I say, Patrick Graham has probably had a one-on-one with him already. Next up is Riley Moss out of Iowa. He's a cornerback, 6'1", 194 pounds. He too was clocked at a 4.45 40. Man, solid dude, man. You go back and watch his film. The boy is active. The motherfucker is real active, for real. Yeah, and he's a white dude at corner. I mean, fuck. Come on, man. That's the unicorn we've been waiting on. You know what I mean? You get these other teams like, a wide receiver get out there thinking he gonna do something to do, not knowing this motherfucker got wheels, man. 4.45 is nothing to laugh at 6'1", 194. You feel me? So that's one of the corners that was on Patrick Graham's team as well during the Senior Bowl. So like I said, he was up close and personal and can, I'm pretty sure he ran dude through the board and like, hey, what would you do in this scenario type situation? And Jorge C, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning to you. Dark, what is the deal, man? Tops, thank you for being here. Oh yeah, we in here, we lit. So yeah, Riley Moss is another guy out of Iowa. Keep your eye on. You possibly can hear his name called as being a Raider. A cornerback with the right measurables as well and speed. So that's one solid thing to look at. Next up is Jacorian Bennett out of Maryland. He's a cornerback, 6 foot, 185 pounds, and he at the combine he ran a 4.3 flat, 4.3 40 at 6 foot, 185. You know what I mean? This dude was solid as shit. Jacorian Bennett. He led the nation last season with 27 pass breakups. I think he had like 2 interceptions, a blocked field goal. I actually 1 interception, a blocked field goal, and 27 pass breakups. So he's very active with his hands. 27 pass breakups to lead the whole country, bruh. You know what I mean? And like I said, he got the measurables: 6 foot, 185, 4'3", 40. You know what I mean? That's somebody you got to keep your eye on as well. Out of Maryland. So, and he, like I said, this is another guy that was on Patrick Graham's team at the Senior Bowl. That's gonna give us the inside scoop because this guy gets to get at these athletes before any other team does. So he has the head start on these defensive players, and that's his. You know what I mean? That's his bread and butter anyway. Next up, I like this guy because of his measurables. J.L. Skinner, Boise State safety, 6'4", 220 pounds. He did not run the 40 or do any other things at the combine due to he had a pectoral tear in his chest, so he didn't do any other runs, which I'm kind of curious. I want to know what kind of speed he carries in that frame. 6'4", 220. That's a nice frame safety. Can you imagine pairing him up with motherfucking Palomar, who's 6'4", also, that runs a 4.3? What is he? 4.35? I think Palomar is undrafted that we got last year out of USC. I like big safeties. We got to be able to negate the tight end position because that's all we're gonna be facing is these especially with Kansas City. We need to put some size on this punk ass, old dickhead Kelsey. You know what I'm talking about, and just lock him down. Then in the red zone as well. You know what I mean? I want our safeties radius to be equal to a tight end's radius, so therefore the tight end can't out leap them and out grab balls. You know what I mean? No pause, out grab balls in the end zone. You know what I mean? We got to get that red zone defense locked in because when we play Kansas City twice a year, you know who their favorite target is in the red zone: motherfucking dickhead Kelsey. You motherfucking right. So we got to counter that shit with some big dudes of our own. So I would love to see J.L. Skinner be drafted by the Raiders, man, for real. Just to add to the size we got, just added to the size we got out there anyway. But see, the thing with J.L. Skinner, this is what a good thing. He is projected to be selected between the 3rd and 4th round. I'm good with that. We got 2/3. You know what I mean? So I would love to get J.L. Skinner if he's projected around 3 and 5 or 3 and 4. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But this too is another guy that was with Patrick Graham on his team at the Senior Bowl. So that's it right that I got. Is it? Oh no. One more. We got Daniel Scott out of California, safety, 6'2", 215. He was clocked at a 4.45, 40 as well out of Cal Berkeley. Another guy that nice size, 6'2" at safety. You know what I mean? I like big secondary, and I'm noticing these are the guys that our team are bringing in for the top 30 visits as well as what we signed free agent wise. So I'm assuming this. I'm just trying to put everything together. That one, we have a familiar person in Patrick Graham who has coached these kids, and don't forget Patrick Graham's team slapped the shit out of the American team. It was American against the Nationals. The Nationals won 27-10. I forgot what. There was another corner that picked. I forgot what corner it was. Was it Bennett? I think Bennett might have been the one to get the interception to put the game away. But yeah, they won 27-10 under Patrick Graham. But like I said, Patrick Graham got a head start before anybody else by being able to talk to these kids and coach them and run them through like a few scenarios just to see where their mind at and their reaction and thought process. I think that's dope. So don't be surprised if any of these dudes that we just went through, and we'll go through them one more time. Once is Daniel Scott, California safety, 6'2", 215, 4.45, 40. Then we got J.L. Skinner out of Boise State, safety, 6'4", 220 pounds. Did not run the 40 at the combine due to a injury of a tear in the pectoral muscle. Then we have Jacorian Bennett out of Maryland, cornerback, 6 foot, 185, 4.3, 40. Then we also have Riley Moss, Iowa, cornerback, 6'1", 194, 4.45 40. You got Ronnie Hickman out of Ohio State, safety, 6'1", 207, 4.45 40. And that's what we got, y'all. That's what we got. So I would say keep your eyes open for those names, man, because these are dudes that, like I said, there's some kind of a connection there. You know what I mean? I'm putting the measurables along with the fact that Patrick Graham done coached them. It makes perfect sense. If we're going after big body dudes, a couple of those dudes you might hear their name these next few days coming up. Whether it's day 1, day 2, or day 3. Give me JL Skinner all motherfucking day. Matter of fact, give me any of them motherfuckers, man. You know, I like Bennett too. Like I said, Bennett led the nation in pass breakups. Hey, that dude he's right there. He's right there. You know what I mean? You get that many pass breakers, motherfuckers is kind of weary of and I think the first week of this past season, Bennett had 5 pass breakups in one game. The first game of the season, he had 5 PBUs. So the boy is real handsy. Hey, I like that. In a corner, man, that's dope for real. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Yeah, there's a lot of tall D-backs for D-backs for real. Safeties and corners. And I got an idea. I got some kind of... Because if you go look at... Watch this shit. If you look at the guys that we brought in for the top 30... they were big dudes. Let me close this real quick. I hope my computer don't be fucking up, man. This motherfucker want to act an ass all fucking morning. Like, bro, don't you know I can unplug your bitch ass? He ain't gonna get rid of me, so. Oh, fuck. Let me shut that shit down. But I know a few of the guys that they brought in were big corners. I'm not about to go through all this shit, man. My motherfucking acting ass. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I'm waiting for Thursday like a motherfucker, man. God dang it. Hey, y'all, we almost there, though. We almost there. Like, what? Fucking Monday? 3 fucking days, y'all, at prime time. We going live with it. Shit, if nobody else, I'm going live. I bet you that shit. I'll go live with that shit, man. I'm giving y'all live reaction. I hope we can line something up. But like they say, one monkey don't stop no show. Oh yeah, and here, see, okay, you remember I was telling y'all some shit? Now, let's discuss this shit, and I'm about to bring this to, there's a couple of things I want to mention. One, they said that Arizona is looking to trade out of the 3rd spot. So that can open up for the Raiders to move up to grab a quarterback. If it's if it's CJ Stroud. That's the only one I think. But do not overcompensate for that pick. Do not give up a whole bunch of draft picks that you don't need to give up to move the 3 just for a quarterback that ain't playing this year. That's my realistic. I'd rather y'all just motherfucking wait and get somebody later, to be honest with you. I mean, I like CJ Stroud, but we got a lot of holes on defense to fill, and I do not want to give up picks just for a quarterback who ain't fucking playing this year. Ain't no quarterback we drafted is starting. It ain't happening. Now I know they said they're gonna have Garoppolo compete with whoever they bring in here. They said, hey, Garoppolo's not promised shit. But the fact of the matter is, Garoppolo will have more knowledge of the system than any rookie that comes up in here. So he has to step up on him. You know what I mean? So pretty much that rookie is not gonna start this year or play. I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? You're not going to come out of college and think you're going to grab this. And you heard the little rumors about Stroud and his it's like a Wonderlic test. You know what I mean? He didn't do that. I think they said he scored the lowest out of all quarterbacks. You know what I mean? But sometimes you panic in those situations because they tell you, go ahead, answer these questions. And it's like logic type questions you got to try to figure out, but you only got a certain amount of time to answer as many questions as you can. And if you get stuck on a question, they tell you to pass it up and just go to the next one. That shit kind of, you're pressured. But as a quarterback, you figure mentally you're going to be put in the same kind of scenario. You know what I mean? You're going to be pressured to hurry up and make the right decision within a allotted time before you either get sacked or whatnot. So, I mean, I can understand why they apply that test and really want to see with quarterbacks to be able to analyze, decipher, and then execute within a time frame that's acceptable. You know what I mean? Which is only a matter of a couple of seconds. So, but yeah, man, they said he scored the lowest. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, Jalen Carter. Now, a lot of people say they don't want to fuck with Jalen Carter because of off-field shit, which I don't see nothing out there the motherfucker did any different than shit. As many motherfucking side shows used to go down in Oakland, bruh. Shit, that motherfucker wasn't even having a side show. And then they said, well, Oakland is not a place for Jalen Carter for racing. You want to fucking bet? You know they got a place out here where you can spend money and get the top of the line fastest cars that's out there for sale and race that shit around the track, don't you? In a safe environment, don't you know that, right? Yeah. They got a place you can go race cars like that out on the track. Oh, he gonna have the money. Shit, go pay and go get in that motherfucker and hit that track one time. You want to speed and race? They got a place for you to do that shit. For real, for real. That's shit. Motherfucker, Vegas is the perfect place. Nah, bro, we ain't gotta race our shit. What you mean? Man, they got the latest shit at the place over here. All we gotta do is sign the paper, pay the money, and we in that bitch hitting the track. I think like $400. They charge you to hit so many laps. Motherfuckers be out there. I had some partners that went and did that shit. The C.J. Stroud is the QB of our future. And you pull the trigger. Hey, Sean, that's it. If you think that's your franchise quarterback, you have no second thoughts. You act on your first intuition. You know what I mean? You go for it. But do not sell your future for a what if, for a if he pans out, if he can develop, if he can learn the system. It's a difference of being able to take him if we had the third pick overall already, I wouldn't mind then. But how much is Arizona going to try to rape us for to move from 7 to 3? That's the key. You don't overpay. You don't get into no bidding wars. We got too many needs. You don't mortgage the future for a quarterback that's not 100%. You know what I mean? You still got to find out if he is a bust or not. You know how many motherfuckers been taking number 1 overall, first round quarterbacks that don't pan out? And you gonna give up draft? Come on, look at the Niners. How many draft picks they gave up for motherfucking Garoppolo? You know what I mean? Didn't work out, right? Because they're moving on from him and they went to Trey Lance. How many first round picks they traded to move up to get Trey Lance? Ain't working out because now teams are calling on them, and most likely I think the Niners is gonna trade them depending on the health of Purdy. You see what I mean? Those are first round picks you will never get back, ever. They're gone. Do not mortgage your future. That's the only thing I'm saying. It'll be different if a quarterback fell to us at 7, then use that only 7th pick to get a quarterback then. But don't move up and give up your 7th, your 38th, next year's 1st, this year's 4th, and a 5th. Nah. Fuck no. We got too much we got to do on defense and a defensive deep draft. That's just, common sense. You're not trying to break yourself on the hopes of the motherfucker you draft is going to be that franchise dude. Oh yeah, those first 4 or 5 were. Oh yeah, Raider Nation, Jason. Yeah, hey, if they go out there and do exactly the way that they said they're going to perform this draft by going and see, this is a brilliant thing that Ziegler said, and some people might have overlooked it. Yes, he said the best available, but it's not just that simple. He said it's the best available that fit what the Raiders are trying to do. You know what I mean? Not the best available overall, like athlete. You need a player that fits what we're trying to do. The best at that, you know what I mean? At that position, at that time when we draft. That's smart. That's the smart. You don't try to go out there and draft something that don't fit your scheme and then you draft them and try to force them into it. Nah, you don't get good results that way. You know what I mean? We in the draft, we trying to find motherfucking round pegs to fit in a round hole, and then you feel, oh well, we do need a round peg, but shit, this is the best square peg out there. You know what I mean? This is the best overall square peg. The fuck we want a square peg for? We got round holes. We trying to fit them in the round holes. That ain't gonna work. Go get the best available round peg. That's what you do. That's why I say best available of need. You don't just say best available. You'll come out horrible in that kind of mentality. You got to combine the both. Best available of need. We need a certain type of linebacker to fit what we're trying to do. We need a certain type of defensive tackle to fit what we do. We need a certain type of corner to do what we need them to do. That's how you draft. That's the only way you're going to give yourself an opportunity to succeed at this draft with these picks. You have to draft the best available of need. What you need for what you're doing. Now, I say it again. But I think, hey, we're in good hands with Ziegler. How he broke it down, handle that shit. That's why I'm calling it the silver and black Christmas. We got 12 motherfucking gifts under the tree. Might turn into more. Might be less. But we'll see. See, in a perfect world, this is what I would say. I hope, to be honest with you, because of what we need, and then next year being a nice plethora of quarterbacks coming out next year, I would hope CJ Stroud goes number 2 overall. I want Bryce to go 1, CJ Stroud to go 2. Then that way the Raiders will not move up to 3, stay at 7. And then depending on what after the 6th pick, if we got plenty of guys that can come right in and, like, you know what I mean? If you got like a Jalen Carter and a Witherspoon and a Gonzalez, and you know, if shit like that is there, and you can afford to go back a few spots and still get one of these guys, trade back, get some picks. Then, since they're trying to talk about moving back into the first round, you'll have extra assets to do that with and not really touch your main stake of draft picks that we have already with 12. So move back, get like 3 extra picks, then you can throw that in with whatever to move back from the second round into the first round and get a motherfucking hooker, a Hendon Hooker. You know what I mean? If that's the route you want to go, which I don't see why they wouldn't, because that's another guy. He wasn't on Patrick Graham's team, and I know he didn't play, but he was still there at the Senior Bowl, and I'm pretty sure Patrick Graham is talking to everybody on both teams. You know what I mean? It's a free-for-all, like, man, you know what I mean, trying to break down. Well, if a defense came at you like this, because I'm pretty sure Patrick Graham wasn't the only guy there from the Raiders. You know what I mean? He had a staff, because he was coaching both the offense and defense. It wasn't like he was just a defensive coordinator at the Senior Bowl. He was the head coach of the Senior Bowl. So I know he done got like inside info. Yeah, I don't want to give up picks, man. That's why I'm hesitant to want them to move up to get CJ Stroud. I'm not tripping off of that. You know what I mean? Stroud is not that. He's not Peyton Manning coming into the. You know what I mean? I mean, he could be good. He could be good. You know what I mean? But, bruh, We got way too much shit we got to handle to be giving up 3-4 picks for one guy when we could have 4 guys by keeping those picks that could come right in immediately and bam. Because we got 4 picks in the first 3 rounds. Those are starters. Like Jason said, those are starters. You got 2/3, a second, and a first. If you trade back from the 7, God knows you might add an extra second and another third. So that'll give you 3/3, 2 seconds, and still have a first round, but just back a little bit if you trade back. I'm telling you. Now you playing with house money. Now you can move around and maneuver in this draft to get the surefire dudes that we need to come in here and make this defense right, bruh. Our defense is fucking horrible. Yeah, they got a racetrack out here that you can pay and get in these, like, my partners, when they went, they said that they got different kind of cars you can go ahead and pay for, like top of the line type shit. I think like Ferraris and shit like that. But I think he said I forgot what he told me, like so many laps you can pay like $400, some shit like that. I got some partners in California. They from Fiji. They be doing that kind of shit. They be spending money, man, going and getting in them cars and hitting that track. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get at Carter and tell him, hey, bruh, hey, you can do all the racing you want safely and legally. Matter of fact, you can. Matter of fact, they got Formula One coming out here, so you can watch motherfuckers go fast down the strip. That's coming at, what's this? Is it this year or next year? I think next year, because they building everything. They starting to build shit now. Yeah, Formula One gonna be out here going through the motherfucking city for real. I'm gonna get on one of the overpass and watch that shit, because that's the kind of shit like you won't. I only see that shit on TV usually, but what, Italy and shit like that? They be overseas doing that shit. The Formula One through the streets. Yep, they gonna be in Vegas. I think they said 2024. It'd be interesting to watch that shit. Yeah, I don't want to trade up, Jason. I don't want to give up collateral like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, we got too much we got to address. And this is the perfect draft to address it. That's the thing, though. It'd be different if it was like our defense is horrible and this draft for defensive players is horrible too. Then it's like, well, shit, fuck it. Let's trade up and get a quarterback then. They ain't got shit in this draft that we, you know what I mean, that's going to do anything. So let's go, if they're heavy in offense, hey, let's go get tight ends and, you know what I mean? And then let's address this part too. I do believe that the Raiders will grab an offensive tackle. And a lot of people, I heard people say, well, I thought we had a top 10 offensive line. We did. That's factual. That's what the league says stat-wise. But you got to remember, what dudes on that offensive line is only under a 1-year deal? And what if you draft an offensive lineman that's better than one of those guys on that offensive line now? Wouldn't you want to go for an upgrade? Why? They say, well, why would you touch a 10th ranked fucking offensive line? Because you have the potential of making it a 7th ranked offensive line by changing out one player for another that's better, or maybe a 6th ranked offensive line, or maybe a 5th. You know what I mean? You're not number 1, you're 10. That means there's 9 other motherfucking spots you can gain by improving your line. And I'm glad Ziegler and them said no matter what, they don't care if they got that position already on the team. If that motherfucker's the best available what they need, we'll sort that out later. Let the motherfuckers battle it out. Let them battle it out. Best man get the spot. That's the only way you're going to better your team. Don't fucking just commit to a player because of his salary or where he was drafted at. That's 2 things I say is a no-no. You do not commit to a player that because he's making X amount of dollars or he was drafted so high. Because you're going to cheat yourself. You want to put the best available in there regardless of how much money he makes or where he was drafted. If you draft a guy in the 7th round, we'll stick with the offensive line. If we get an offensive tackle in the 7th round, And through camp and in preseason, this motherfucker is murdering the offensive lineman that's on the team. Say Illuminor. And this motherfucker, we got him in the 7th round, but this motherfucker's a monster. Bro, you can't commit to Illuminor and skip over this young dude if he's that good. Because you're not going to make your team better. You know what I mean? So you always got to look to improve in the NFL because that's what every team does. Why do you think teams claim players off of waivers? Because they're trying to improve their roster. Why do teams make trades? Because they're trying to improve their roster or shed money. And shed money can help your roster because now you got money to go sign this dude and that dude. When you don't need this dude, you got rid of. See, now the beauty of getting a rookie quarterback in the 1st round, for one, if he comes in there and he soaks all the, say for instance, we do move up and get CJ Stroud, right? Here's the domino effect that can help us a whole lot. You get CJ Stroud. He sits behind Garoppolo the whole year. He learns the system. After year 1, the motherfucker, he gots it. You know what I mean? He makes the offense flow. Now you get into the position where after 1 year, you do have an escape clause, not a clause, but just an escape route out of Garoppolo's contract after year 1. Now you put the rookie in. Now, instead of paying Garoppolo 25, 30 million a year, you got this rookie for 5 years that you're paying cheap. So now that extra money, what's a 1st round? Let me see how much a 7th round pick, not 7th round, 1st round, and just say we moved up and got CJ Stroud at 3 overall. Let me see how much. Let me see how much that shit is worth. How much is the rookie salary for the number 3 overall pick in the NFL draft?
Here's information from CBS Sports.
Okay, so was this last year? So last year, a 4-year contract was $34 million. So you're looking at about a little bit over $8 million a year. Now you're paying Stroud. Say you move up, you get Stroud at the 3rd pick. He's making, well, last year, it might be a little bit different this year, but just say a little bit over $8 million a year, right? $34 million over 4 years. 8, 60, 24, 32, it'd be about $8.5 million. $8.5 million a year is what you pay Stroud. Do you know how much Garoppolo is getting? Let me see what Garoppolo's contract is. That money you can use, watch this. How much is Jimmy Garoppolo's Raiders contract? And see, Garoppolo signed a 3-year, $72 million contract. But they can get out of that shit, though. But that's just letting you know the money, just give you an idea. And it contains $45 million in guaranteed money. And here, the whole Stroud contract won't even be $45 million, period. So that's a lot of money you can shift. You can shift that money over into positions of need on that team now, rather than it just being a hog and tied up by the quarterback himself. But now you got that quarterback for at least 5 years because you can enact that 5th-year option. So now your salary at that position then dropped. Now what do you do with that money? That money is extra money, right? Also, you're going to add it to the new cap number that's going to come out after this year because the numbers is going to go up. Numbers is going to go up. Shit, we didn't got past C19, so now it's time like motherfuckers is ready to spend some money. And everybody want to see their team do good. You got that new TV deal with YouTube, spending billions of dollars a year. You got motherfucking Amazon still with the Thursday night shits. And then around on Thanksgiving, you got Black Friday games with Amazon. You creating new games. So that's going to be more revenue. So I wouldn't be surprised if the cap jumps up about 20 mil again next year. It was 16 mil this year. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Yeah, like, hey, that's why the Niners are just wasting motherfucking draft picks. Look, they gave up all those draft picks for McCaffrey. Did McCaffrey move the needle on that team? McCaffrey didn't move the needle. He was good, but he didn't get them to a Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Niners been to the Super Bowl against Kansas City and lost without McCaffrey. So to give up all those picks from McCaffrey, you would think that means they think McCaffrey by himself is that one missing piece to move the needle to make them a Super Bowl winning caliber team. Didn't happen that way because injuries at the quarterback position. See? What if they would have kept those motherfucking picks and got them a legitimate backup? Garoppolo was out hurt. Shit, everybody in the Niners get hurt. Ain't that a bitch? Everybody get hurt. Nigga, I seen a cheerleader, man. She threw, man, that motherfucking pom-poms hit her in her eye. She threw the pom-pom up and tried to catch it in her teeth. Yeah, she caught something in her teeth, all right. You know what I mean? She caught something in her teeth. She got something in her eye. That bitch got scared. She caught a pom-pom ski. Yeah, don't sell the farm. Like I said, if it's a reasonable move up trade the 3, you know what I mean? Do it. I mean, because we got extra picks. But don't, like I said, remember when I brought up about the New Orleans Saints? Don't you do no motherfucking Ricky Williams draft day trade. You know what I mean? Don't you do no Cowboy Minnesota motherfucking trade that they got Herschel Walker. Don't you give up all that shit. Man, don't you do that shit. We got, man. Like I said, CJ Stroud is not moving the needle right now. This is Stroud will be an investment because you would have to wait, knowing you're not trying to get your return right now. You're trying to get your return in at least a year, at the minimum a year. Hey, Dark, I can't wait either, man. I'm gonna give me some tequila. I'm gonna get fucked up Thursday night, Friday night. Then Saturday morning, I'm not gonna do too much drinking because I got I'm gonna try to go live for the draft, and then I got another podcast at 2:00 that afternoon with the Nation of Hip Hop. So I'm gonna keep my senses. But Friday and Saturday, or Thursday and Friday, I'm gonna miss the motherfucking pick. Be like, ask the chat, who did the Raiders take? I missed it. What E40 say? I'm so toe, it feels like my eyes been stitched together with stitches. Nigga be high like a motherfucker, can't see shit. Oh, just long as they make the right picks. That's all I give a fuck about. Make the right picks. But I will be on, let's see, prime time, Thursday night, first round, Friday morning. It will be Good Morning Raider Nation. Not What the Fuck Friday. Well, hey, it depends on what our draft pick is. If we make a fucked up ass pick, it's gonna be What the Fuck Friday this Friday. If not, I'm just gonna stick with the whole theme of draft week. You know what I mean? Raiders draft week. It's Good Morning, but the theme is gonna be draft week, and then we'll discuss it. We'll talk about the picks Friday morning, Saturday morning too, because I want to go live for the picks in the morning, because you know they start coming off the board in the morning. I think they started like 8 o'clock in the morning. Yep, I think they start like 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, for rounds 4 through 7. That's when that shit start cracking too. That's when you start getting some trades up, trade down. Man, we gonna see what this motherfucking team do. Sebastian, what's the deal? Lunatic, I heard we might be drafting. Hey, you know what? If he's there at 7, like I said, this is one of the drafts that I'm not worried. All the names we've been throwing out there are people we like. You know what I mean? They got a lot of good. Think about it. Think of all the names we've been talking about on defense. Like, would you be mad if we got Gonzalez? Would you be mad if we got Tyler Wilson? What if Anderson fell to 7? Would you know what I mean? Would you be mad? There's a lot of good Cansey. Would you be mad? You know, there's a lot of fucking good ass defensive names in this draft, bruh. I just hope we grab some. Don't grab nobody I don't know of. But I mean, I doubt they do it, not that high up. You're going to go get the best quality. Safeties, corners, man, defensive linemen, edge rushers, linebackers. Linebackers is the best thing to go with early because it's not a deep linebacker draft. So you know the cream is going to be in the first few rounds for linebacker. And then it's going to start dying down. But that does not mean you cannot find good quality linebackers later on in this draft. Because every time you always get surprises. You get people that get drafted later that, damn, surprise, like we look at Max Crosby, surprised he made it that far. But hindsight 2020, you look back and be like, yeah, after it's said and done, it's easy to be like, man, he should have went higher than that. Shit, nobody knew that shit, or he would have went higher. So maybe we can get a couple of those guys, because we got a whole lot of picks in the mid to late rounds, boy. Man, 2/3, 3 5s, 2 6s, 2 7. Man, I feel like I'm selling dope. Man, I got Yackles. I got sack. Nigga, what? Nigga, what you want? What you want? Oh, man, I got dubs and dimes. What you want? What you want? Shit, we got them. Doing the late nighter. Boy, that's when it really kick in, the late night. Motherfuckers be curb serving like a motherfucker. Pyro, what's the deal, man? Tops to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. Yeah, man, we just talking about this draft, man, getting excited. You know what I mean? I can't wait, man. Chindo, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning, man. Thank you for being here. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm fucking juiced right now. Man, I need to stop talking so fucking much. And that's why I didn't do the Dirty Lunatic show fucking Saturday night, yelling and shit at the fight during the fight. Man, my voice was gone. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Man, I sit there and try to do Stan voice. Nope, wasn't happening. Look, I try to do Stan. What's up, Stan? Man, fuck all that. See, I can't even do that shit, dog. That's why I said I can't do the Dirty Lunatic show without Stan. You know what I mean? So Stan gonna have to wait till a motherfucker recoup. I need to shut my ass up right now. Shit. Oh my goodness, but I had a ball though, man. Oh shit. Dirty Eric, what's the deal, dude? Hey, Tops, man, thank you for being here. What you say, Holly, you wouldn't? Yeah, to all y'all that's watching, man, hey, please. Hey, it'll help me get my voice back if y'all subscribe and hit that thumbs up, man. Hey, you can leave a comment and hit the notification bell. Anything will help, man, and help me bring my voice back, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for pulling up, man. It's a pleasure, man. We just so excited for this year's draft, man. For this to be a deep defensive draft, and we got as many picks as we do, and our needs are on defense. It's like it's a perfect marriage. Now all we got to do is just rely on the front office to make the right choices. Help make the Raiders defense great again. Make the Raiders defense great again. So you can use again in that sentence, because at one time the Raiders had a great defense back in the day. A historical great defense. So you can say make this motherfucking defense great again. And I know we can do it. And we can start this year in this draft. Follow me. Follow me to the promised land, people. Watch as I split the Red Sea and we travel through and make it to the other side to victory. As we light the Al Davis torch and look back at our adversaries and say, fuck you, pay me. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, this is going to be dope. Lunatic, you going to be live? Yes, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live. We're supposed to get together and do it, but I mean, like I said, if not, I'm going, regardless, I'm going to be either on somebody live or I'm going to be live. You know what I mean? That's just, fuck that shit. I'm not skipping this one. See, because last year, remember, I was at the draft. So I was trying to like come in go live on my phone and shit. Now that the draft is in Kansas City, I can stay home and then do it, you know what I mean? In the comforts of my own home, watching it while you guys watch it. And matter of fact, I'll have the live draft board behind me. So when the pick is in, bing, bing. Look, this is what we're going to be doing. This is what I got everything set up right now, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I'm so juiced. I can't wait for this. With the 7th pick of the 2023 NFL Draft, your Las Vegas Raiders select these nuts from the University of Tennessee. Oh, shit. Oh. Man, I can't wait, dog. I can't wait till I hear that music, you know what I mean? That chime. When you know that pick is in, the Raiders are on the clock. You know, motherfucker be sitting there waiting and shit like, come on, man. They gonna sit there and wait for all the time to run out. And then all of a sudden it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tell me what we got. Tell me what we got. You know what I mean? I'm ready. I got this shit. Hey, I'm ready for this shit. Man. I'm so motherfucking juice. He said Lil Sack Universe. Shit. Man, that's, hey, Stan, they talk about your little balls. I can't even do his voice, man. I would have been like, shit, they can talk about my little balls. They clean. They 10s, but they clean though. All right, y'all, man. I'm about to hop off this thing, man. But thank you guys for pulling up. We gonna keep doing this shit all the way through. Hey, tomorrow Tuesday, then it's Wednesday, and then y'all already know. Thursday morning, we gonna talk about it. Thursday night, we gonna get down with the get down, y'all. Y'all be ready for this shit. Wear your ugly Christmas sweater. Because we about to open some gifts in these next 3 days, man. We about to open our Raider gifts, boy. We got 12 packages under that tree. Let's see if we can make them motherfuckers turn into 14 or might dwindle down to fucking 10. Who knows? We gonna see what moves they make, just long as they make great moves. Fuck good moves, make great moves. Let's get this motherfucking team back on track. You know what I mean? Let's build one of them fierce-ass defenses that we were known for. You know what I mean? The Jack Tatums, the Lester Hayes. You know what I mean? The Howie Longs. Let's get the Lyle Zados, the motherfucking, man. Let's go. We got to build some shit again, man. We going to do it, though. But, hey, thank you guys for pulling up, man. I'm going to cut this not short because it's going on 8 o'clock right now. But I'll be back tomorrow morning. We're going to talk this shit. Hopefully some more shit is starting to leak out, y'all, because I heard Kansas City want to move up. That's why I say it. Don't overlook Jalen Carter. Motherfucker, y'all worried about Jalen Carter. Next thing you know, one of our adversaries trades up and gets his ass. Then we got to face him twice a year, and he got a chip on the shoulder because we passed him up. Don't get Randy Moss. You know what I mean? Like Moss used to do the Cowboys. Don't you get Randy Moss. Don't you let that motherfucking Carter get to one of our enemies and give us the business every time we play. You know that? What happened? Oh, you going live? Oh shit, I'm gonna have to I'll check it out. I'll watch it on my phone. All right, y'all. Let me get off so Kush can do his thing, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the rebound tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. Dirty Lunatic, or not Dirty Lunatic. That's on Saturday and Friday nights. Hey, it is the Good Morning Raider Nation Live podcast. I'm trying to do this shit fast so I can get off this motherfucker, man. Hey, you guys, man, I'm out this motherfucking bitch.